Hey, what's up you guys, DJMama here, and we're here to talk about the worst of the worst archetypes from the past 3 videos of support these archetypes. So, these are all the S tiers that happen to be, well, S tiers in terms of needing support. So, also we had 3 plus that I haven't talked about that have made it to the comments. So, let's get on with the tiers first before we get into the archetypes. So to start a new wave of support, they would need either a new wave of new cards for a new strategy or a new wave to support the current strategy they are trying to do, basically much. Tier 2, a circular, this is gonna be, I need some good main deck starters or main deck monsters, and pretty much. Double Helix, this is good extra deck guys. Spiral Double Helix was insane for Spiral, obviously. Next you have the field spell category. This is just like a really good field spell, like, I don't know, a lot of good ones that are Rhoda, do something for the archetype, and more. Yeah, like a good Magic Key unlock, or Magic Key World, or like Prank Kid Place, or First Appearance, or even, what was another one? Another good field spell. List it off in the comments. And good spell and trap lineup is here, and then 1 to 2 cards, yada yada yada, and a fix question mark is like, is there any real fix? Do they really need fixing? Who knows? And then we have hopeless category, is what it is. All right, let's get on to the 3 archetypes that aren't actually in the S tiers. These are just archetypes I happen to miss. So start off with Evil Eye. Evil Eye got a lot of good support in like Photon Hypernova and Hypernova, or it was like either Photon Hypernova or maybe Agov. But I think they're pretty good. They have good main deck monsters. Odyssey Surziel and the new like dog are pretty good. Do they need to go in the extra deck or a field spell? I'm gonna put them in a field spell. I think they have one, but I think I need a better one that just gets you the Eye of Selene. Cause yeah, I think field spell to search a card that mentions Evil Eye in the text could be fine. Not anything crazy. Suship. Rank 4 turbo deck. I think that the main deck is actually pretty decent, but they also have decent normal monster support like Unexpected Die and Painful Decision, things like that. Extra deck guys, I think the extra deck guys are kind of where they're slacking. Is like they do pops, but I think they need more ships, more more like sushi ships. So let's go with that. Gravekeeper, one I've actually missed out on, I guess, a few times. So this is Supernaturalist. I think it shoots as long as Necro Valley is in the field, he's like at towers, which is pretty decent. But I think Necro Valley still needs some good spell and traps. They have Necro Valley Throne, which is somewhat decent. But you know, searching a Gravekeeper card but having to normal summon is weird. The spell and trap lineup, their field spell is obviously crazy, but I think I need. I think also the monster lineup stuff, like Spiritualist and, you know, Commandant's also crazy because it searches really good Necro Valley. Yeah, I think the spell trap lineup needs a little more improvement for Gravekeeper. I'll just put her there. As long as it doesn't just become a stun strategy. I know they have like the counter trap and all that nice stuff, but other than that, it's I think it's pretty solid. Alright, now on to the official S tiers. To start out, Mokey Mokey. Obviously, this still needs a new wave. There's only like a few cards, if you can call it the archetype. There's the normal Mokey Mokey Adrift, there's Human Wave Tactics, and their fusion. They need a whole new wave. That's all I'll say. Next up, face cards, the Yugi Knights, Jokers, I guess is what we call this one. They have a lot of cards. Probably a decent main deck. They need, I know like their spell lineup is okay. The Joker's Knight is insane, but I think he's not circular, so what if we add another circular to the deck? The extra deck also isn't great. I think Arcana, the link to Arcana Knight Joker. I don't know. Yeah, maybe it's probably another extra deck, guys. Uh, yeah, I'll just say probably the extra deck needs a lift. It's either circular or double helix, and I think actually giving the circular something to do is a little bit better. Red Eyes. Someone tried to convince me in the comments that Red Eyes is not as smattered and is not as unfocused as some other archetypes, but I'm here to tell you it definitely still is. After all the it's given, they need a clear direction. They're trying to say they're not directionless or something like that. They're not like it's always been burn or and equip. I'm like, so what are these zombies and the Geminis and Dragoon really doing? Dragoon does burn, but I don't think you're. And Red Eyes Fusion is the best way to summon Dragoon, but other than that, I think this still needs a new wave. A new wave of clear and concise support. There's also like Red Eyes warrior monsters now. Yeah, so I think they just need a new wave to just clear, concise, either mesh it all together or do another new thing. You remember the ritual Red Eyes too? Lord of Red should have been a 7, that's all I'll say. Next up, Arcana Force. Arcana, the field spell's crazy. The spell and trap lines, Do they have an extra deck guy? I was just give them a circular, I think. The Fiend was a step in the right direction. Searching the field spell. But I think they needed some starters that say start point flipping and just start choosing heads more. Yeah. Arcana Reading also is a decent spell card, but I think they just need better main deck guys, really. Buster Blader. People were really concerned about Buster Blader and them locking you. But then again, I need to know what deck you were playing to get locked by Buster Blader. Probably another circular. Honestly, to get Buster Blader off the ground, probably new wave, but it's like the spell and trap lineups wonky. Field spell. I don't even know if the field spell will fix everything about this wonky strategy. I had to put in new wave. There just needs to be like fixes all around. Just there's some of the interactions. Listen, if you're being locked by Buster Blader, I just need to question what deck you're playing. That's all I'll say. Weather Painter. They were so close, especially when they had 3 Keldo, 3 Mudora. They were somewhat contenders in Magnificent Mavens format. The field spell was crazy. This was insane that they kept like shuffling things. If they get like 1 or 2 more cards, in all honesty, they'd probably be very much fine. Yeah, I'll just leave it at that. The field spell is still good. I think maybe some more main deck monsters, or like one good main deck monster, one good like spell trap continuous spell could be fine. Digital Bug. The extra deck guys are so bad. Is there even I don't even know if the main deck guys are good. Field spell probably wouldn't be enough. It's probably another new wave, I think. Yeah, a new wave of digital bugs needs to do something light insects, so there's a light fiend archetype, so let's try another wave of light fiends, or light insects. Libro. Libro probably 1 or 2 more cards. This deck did get tops. It did see some experimentation with like Cyber Switch when that came out. Other than that though, Cyber Switch and like the other level 1 ritual that came out recently, the Cyber's level 1 ritual. So it can't be that bad. I think it's not gonna be too bad with 1 or 2 more cards. Nordic, the new support was actually pretty decent between Spaldin, the trap card. Other than that though, I think they might need more link monsters, like more like fairies and stuff like that. The little Nordic Aesir's or whatever. Yeah, I think it's more extra deck guys probably is fine. Like upgraded versions of Thor, Loki, and Odin could be also nice. Penguin. The field spells could. The main deck's not terrible. The next we have a field spell. I'm actually gonna give it to spells and traps. The field spell's good. I think they need more spells and traps. Like, I'll put it right there. I think that's fine. The main deck, it's either main deck or spells and traps. You tell me in the comments. But I will keep it here with spells and traps for now. Just more penguin support. Like adding a penguin card could be nice. They have the fossil dig, but for penguins, level 6 lowers because they need to switch a big emperor penguin. Cloudian. Circular. The main deck guys need more support. There's no like Turbulence saw some play in like a weird World Chalice deck, like some like weird Saryuya deck. Yeah, that's all I'll really say about that. Duston need a new wave, bro. Just like, you know, I played it in field spell, and just the field spell says you can't use them as like material, or your opponent can't use them as like material when they have them on their field. I don't know. Just have that. S-Force. This weird column archetype. I'm just gonna put it in hopeless this time. So it was at S, but I said it in the video where they were featured in. Ooh, they were rough. So I'm gonna put them in hopeless, sadly. Noble Knight. And that might be a hopeless archetype, I'm being honest. After Infernal Knight came out, they're not really gonna get support. They can do a light warrior theme again, but I don't think pure Noble Knight is gonna get any real support anytime soon. Dual Avatar. Dual Avatar. I'm gonna give it to the Circulars. That should help them, right? Who knows? That might be it. That might be what they need, right? The Circulars? Yeah, let's just say that. Stigusto. It's definitely the main deck that needs help, for sure. The main deck guys are either missing timing or Griffin. That's the only other time. The only other thing about the main deck. I mean, you can give them a decent extra deck, but Squeeze I think is fine, and the Wind Synchro stuff is also not terrible. They can fall into the field spell, whatever. That field spell is not going to help them from not missing timing, unless the field spell says they cannot miss timing anymore, which is going to be a weird ruling situation. So I'm just going to give them better main deck guys. Summon Skull. Rituals don't do enough. Probably once again I probably have to put them in new wave. Concise the support down and make them have a clear game plan. Is that what we're gonna have to say for them? Water Dragon. Hydro, get on, Oxygon, H2o. There might be no hope for this archetype. Honestly, I don't know about that one. Dark Scropion. Same thing. Sorry about it. There's no real helping them. The like, you can think of like 10 cards. I don't know if that'd be enough to help the archetype. Venom. It's not the extra deck that needs help. Give them a circular that gives them hyper Venom counters and sets up Venomanaga easier. That's all I'll say really. And then Bakura. This is the mix of Destiny Board, Diabound Colonel, and Zork. Maybe an extra deck monster that can just summon all three. That's crazy. Wouldn't that be crazy? Sure, let's try that. Alright, let's order these around. Mokey at the top, yeah. Buster Blader probably gonna be at the bottom. And then Digital Bug above Red Eyes. And yeah, these die. Circular from the main deck. Which one needs it a lot more? Probably Dual Avatar. Venom second. Yeah, that's probably correct. That's fine. Double Helix. More extra deck guys. Seems about right. Field Spell seems about right. I'm putting Dust on there. Spell Trap lineup. Yeah, makes sense. 1-2 cards. Yeah, that seems about right. And then Hopeless. You can put these in any part you like. Let me know in the comments where you would put S-Force, Noble Knight, H2o Water Dragon, and Dark Scorpion. So this has been Supoort, the worst of the worst archetypes. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next one. Later.